Hello, and thank you for joining me today. Today we are going to be doing a study of Isaiah 40, 29 to 31 with supporting verses from the Bible. Our Bible study is going to be from the Amplified Study Bible, and it is going to include amplification. So as we go into this, I want us to all keep in mind this is a study specifically to help people with broken hearts, people who are grieving, people who have illnesses, chronic illnesses, or children that are ill, family members that are struggling. This is a Bible study specifically to help give hope, and help to those who need hope and help in today's day and age. And with that, let's be honest with them. And of course, Isaiah 40, 29 to 31 from the Amplified Study Bible, with amplifications included, reads, He gives strength to the weary, and to him who has no might, he increases power. Reference 2 Corinthians 12:9. Even youths grow weary and tired, and vigorous young men stumble badly. But those who wait on the Lord, who expect, who look for, and hope in him, will gain new strength and renew their power. They will lift up their wings and rise up close to God like eagles rising towards the sun. They will run and not become weary. They will walk and not grow tired. Reference Hebrews 12:1 through 3. The first reference is the reference of 2 Corinthians 12:9. And that reads as such. But he has said to me, My grace is sufficient for you. My loving kindness and my mercy are more than enough, always available, regardless of the situation. For my power is being perfected and is completed and shows itself most effectively in your weakness. Therefore, I will all the more gladly boast in my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may completely enfold me and may dwell in me. The second reference is reference of Hebrews 12:1 through 3, and that reads, Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, who by faith have testified the truth of God's absolute faithfulness, stripping off every unnecessary weight and the sin which so easily and cleverly entangles us, looking away from all that will distract us and focusing our eyes on Jesus, who is the author and perfecter of faith, the first incentive of our belief, and the one who brings forth our faith to maturity, who for the joy of accomplishing the goal set before him endured the cross, disregarding the shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God, revealing his divinity, his authority, and completion of his work. Reference Psalm 110:1. Just consider and meditate on him who endured from sinners such bitter hostility against himself, and consider it all in comparison with your trials, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. Psalm 110:1 reads, The Lord Father has said to my Lord, the Messiah, his Son, sit at my right hand until I make your enemies a footstool under your feet, subjugating them into complete submission. Referencing Josh 10:24. Joshua 10:24 reads, When they brought these kings out to Joshua, Joshua called for all the men of Israel and told the commanders of the men of war who had gone with him, Come up close, put your feet on the necks of those kings. So they came forward and put their feet on the necks of the five kings. At this point in time, I would like to pray for all who are participating in this study tonight. Please feel free to join me in prayer. Lord Father in heaven, I thank you for blessing us this time together. I thank you for blessing us, your faithfulness, your goodness, your grace. I thank you for blessing us, your providence. I thank you because even though we're small people going through big things, you're bigger than anything that we might face. And Lord, everything we go through, whether it's small or large, no matter where we are, no matter where we are emotionally, physically, any of it, Lord, you're with us in it all. I thank you for that. I'm thankful that you hear prayers. I'm thankful that you see us in everything that we do and that you understand us and that you're willing to hold us, embrace us, and guide us and give us everything that we need to grow closer to you. Lord Father in heaven, I hope that this study glorifies you and reaches the people it needs to uplift today. And I hope it uplifts them and brings them closer to you. And I pray this in Jesus' name. How fortunate we are that God's mercy lifts us through physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual trials when we are weary. In His faithfulness, He sees our small acts of faith, prayer, and not being overtaken by temptation, but turning to Him. And like every good parent gives fully, when with surplus to children who are trying to do their best, He does this for us as well with our needs in such a wondrous demonstration, always being available, no matter what the situation. This provides us comfort. Comfort is a space given that we can accept the peace that only He gives, the joy that only He gives out. For without it, would we even be able to face the trials and tribulations that we do? This is not without the perspective that could only be gained by Jesus, being belittled and taunted on the way to Him while on the cross. So much as in the cursed world, for a lack of understanding and a lack of love of God, there are many that will naysay or deny a faith of believer in the trials and tribulations. This to see if they could be brought down. We know, though, in our belief and our understanding of God's Word, that all malice, lies, deceptions, manipulations, illnesses, and injustices will perish one day when the Lord comes no more. Even death itself will have no hold for the faithful sons and daughters of God. God provides what we need, as He provided for our redemption. He doesn't do it in part, He does it in whole. He provides a secure hope, joy, and loving kindness in all that we endure, while He is purposing it, giving glory. Thank you again for joining me in this Bible study today. I really appreciate it. I would like to share with you some additional supportive verses if you're interested. These verses, I'm just going to read out what the verses are and what they're in support of. If it's not something that you're currently interested in delving deeper into, this might be a good time to click off for a bit, because this might go on for just a moment. In support of Isaiah 40 is a chapter, Psalm 145:5. In support of Isaiah 40:31, Psalm 103:5. In support of 2 Corinthians 12:9, Psalm 147:4. 2 Colossians 11:30. 1 Peter 4:14. In support of Hebrews 12, verses 1 to 3. Verse 1. 1 Colossians 3:8. 1 Colossians 9:24. Romans 12:12. Second verse, Psalm 110:1. Luke 24:26. Philip 2:8. Peter 3:22. Verse 3, Matthew 10:24. John 15:20. Galatians 6:9. Matthew 22:44. Mark 12:36. In support of Psalm 110:1. Luke 20:42. Acts 2:34. 1 Colossians 15:25. Joshua 10:24. Matthew 26:64. Colossians 3:1, Hebrews 12:2. In support of Joshua 10:24, Psalm 107:40, Isaiah 26 verses 5 and 6, Malachi 4:3, Psalms 8:6, and 1 Colossians 15:25 to 27. Thank you again, and have a most blessed day.